Everyone, we're back in you at night. Took me a moment to figure out where the hell I was. Okay, so this time we are going to get, what we're going to get is we're going to get some daylight. Oh wow, it's not as late as I thought it was. We're just going to stand here with nothing better to do for several hours. Alright, oh look, trolls. No, yeah, we're going to deal with the trolls. Ow! Shot me in the face. What a jerk. Alright, let's do this. And by the way, what am I wearing? Yeah, I was afraid of that. Take off the spellbook. Dual boomerangs. That just makes me look like a badass. Oops. There, we'll hit this guy. Whap-ap! Whap-ap! Take it, troll boy. Yeah. No trolling for you. Boom! Oh, took him down. Can I reach that guy? Just barely. Oh, you man, they stole my kills. You see that? They do that a lot. Alright, let's see here. Let's first take a look at Yolo. He's got 111 arrows, and Gweno's got 171. That's decent. Tell you what. Brae, I want you to go over here and search this body. Gotta move all this crap so I can get to the arrows at the bottom. That's okay. These guys are worth 16 experience points pop, if I remember correctly, which is not bad. See, there's 5 from there, so that's what, 80 experience points? Doesn't take too long to take them out either, so pa-pow. Hey look, we got arrows. Behold the arrows. Alright, your turn, corpse. Now this time, like I said, we're going to be getting some spells. And, well, you're going to find out why we're getting spells, because we need them. But first we gotta get some arrows, because I gotta keep these guys topped off. There we go, get some more arrows. How many arrows is that? That's 33. It's not too bad, but here, let's move this body north. And we'll just move this one that way. This one that way. Get the crap out of the way. Oh, if only the interface were a little bit more conducive to moving piles of crap. But mine are great. Give me some more arrows. Up to 50. Oh, that's not too bad. Oops. Oh, there's a chest in there. Can't walk over chests for some reason. I can walk over a massive pile of throwing axes, spears, swords, bows, arrows, chunks of armor. But if there's a chest in there, forget about it. Alright. Oops. Once you get a good rhythm going, it's easy to move stuff, but once that rhythm gets thrown off, yeah. 68. Okay, that's a nice even number. I can drop that. They say that'd be what, 34? 34 arrows. I'll drop one right there. Who is that? Is that yellow? Yeah, it's yellow. Yellow, grab that. Thank you. To Brae, I want you to drop all 34 of your arrows. You know, it just occurred to me I could have just moved them directly, but whatever. Okay, so if you go across the, if you go across the bridge here where the trolls are, actually let's just use the mouse, it's easier. Alright, we go this way. And then we go down this way, and you see this nice, lovely little bay here. There can sometimes be sea serpents and whatnot down there. Oh, there they are. So keep in mind. Okay, now we gotta go back to keyboard mode for precise movement. Alright, now when we were in Moonglow, we ran into some dude with a star on his forehead. He talked about his master Nicodemus. who lived, I believe he said, southeast of you. Well, lo and behold, a building out in the wild. And you is that way, so yeah. But we can't get there because, you see that right there? That's a magic lock. That's why we need spells. So, but yeah, that's Nicodemus's place. He sells spells, but in order to get to him, you have to at least have unlock magic, which we do not. That, however, is going to change because we are going to go handle yet another shrine and get some magic while we're at it. So let's see where I need to go. I need to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Yeah. To the lovely town of Skara Brae. Town of spirituality. Town of unfinished content that was cut from the game, unfortunately. Alright, so you know what, first let's go get those spells. Conveniently located on the pier is a skiff that you can freely borrow as long as you return it when you're done. So you go across here to the island with bats. This is where you will find Horrence, the mad mage. He's sleeping right now, so what we'll do is this. And he will wake up to the party of the Avatar staring at him. Staring into eternity. Alright, there he is. And he's a lovely little poet. He gives us this little poem every time we talk to him. Dogs are at my doorstep, yapping at my heels. No way to ignore them. Just pretend that they are eels. Wasn't that beautiful? It was beautiful. I think we should give him like a little blue ribbon or something. Anyways, yeah, he's quite frankly nuts. He's quite off his rocker. So, let's ask him his name. What is his name? Names I'm always thinking, names I always see. Have you any inkling what they seem to mean? Okay, don't tell me your name, jerk. Anyways, I want to buy some spells, so say spells. And the mention of business brings the senile man to his senses momentarily. Alright, so first we're going to look at the first circle, and we see harm, which, as the name implies, harms enemies. Okay, not so much. How about the second circle? Magic arrow, poison, okay. Trap, completely useless spell. There's really no point to it. Unlock magic. Oh, we want that. 60 gold, I'll take it. Yes, I'm interested. Alright, we got that. Alright, let's look at third circle. Curse and Fireball. Curse is just a simple defensive debuff. Fireball, of course, is a ball of fire that goes boom. So we'll get that because that's a staple. We need that spell. We don't actually need that still, but we're getting it. It's a rule. Alright, fourth circle, what we got? Disable. Disable. That, if I remember correctly, is wait, is that the one that... I could be wrong on this one. I think that's the one that severely hurts. It's like harm +1 or something. There is a spell that you need for traps to make them go away, but it wasn't disable, it was something else. Oh, it was vanish. Vanish would make them go away. Reveal and vanish. We don't want that one. How about fifth circle, which I can't actually use yet, but it's only readily for the fourth, but I don't care. So why did you even mention it? Okay, so explosion, lightning, and paralyze. Paralyze is a nice spell. It's what the gargoyles use on you a lot, and they use lightning and explosion. Hey, these are gargoyle spells. Well, explosion, yeah, because turnabout and whatnot. Does he have any sixth? Okay, flame wind, that's a good spell. Hailstorm. Was that spell worth crap? Because I can't remember. I think it was mildly damaging. Poison wind. To give you an idea of what those are like, it's a cone. Flame wind is like a cone of fireballs that shoots out. Poison wind is a cone of poison that shoots out. Fire obviously hurts them. Poison poisons them. And they're okay. Flame wind's better. That was 6, right? So 7. Okay, we got chain bolt, which is a chain lightning spell. Hits a guy, moves, jumps to the next one, jumps to the next one, jumps to the next one. Energy wind, again, same thing as flame wind, only with blue fireballs instead of red ones. Kill, I don't really need to tell you what that does, I hope. Mass curse, it curses mass. So if you got a block of lead, you can curse that lead. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a multi-curse is what it is. Wing Strike is about as stupid as the name implies. It's like hitting them with dragon wings or drake wings or something like that. It's, yeah, I mean, really, like I said, I mean, it's nice that they added flavor, but some of the flavor was like stale cardboard, not the best flavor. There's also an eclipse spell which just makes the screen dark, and I mean, the people of the world don't seem to care that there's this random eclipse that no one knew was coming. They don't have anything to say about it. It's like, oh, well, that's a great spell. Thanks for giving us that one. Gate Travel, completely useless considering I have the Orb of the Moons, which is far more versatile and doesn't use reagents or spell points. Then there's like that Trap spell. I've never had an enemy actually chase me through a closed doorway, and I've never had an enemy break into my apartment at Bridges Castle and, you know, rummage through my chest. So Trap is useless, unless I want to blow myself up. I suppose I could do that, maybe. Yeah, so yeah, kind of weird. And strangely enough, he doesn't have any 8th circle spells, which is the highest circle. Look, I have no spells of that circle, so why did you even mention that again? It's like, mild gripe there, but just, I don't want spells. I want to buy Radiance. Yay! What's he got? Me, of course. Black Pearl, okay, Blood Moss, Mandrake. I believe his Mandrake is the most expensive Mandrake, so don't buy it from him, but his Nightshade, if I remember correctly, was okay. Sulfurish Ash, maybe? I don't need Spider Silk because I actually went to the Spider Cave and got some, so let's get some Black Pearl. 3 proportion. I'll get 4. Blood Moss. Oh, that's right, it was 3 proportion, no thank you. Mandrake, no. Nightshade. 2 proportion, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get 10 of those. Yeah. How about Sulfurish Ash? I believe that was 2 as well, wasn't it? Yep. Get 10 of those. There we go. That's enough. I'm done. Alright, let's get out of here. I see that they are going. I'm sure they will return, for if they lack the knowing, they'll always need to learn. Aw, see, he gives us a little farewell poem. He's just awesome. He's nuts. He's actually kind of some foreshadowing towards Ultima 7, but he doesn't really have a big role in here. He's just the mad mage who sells spells on his own little bat-infested island. If I remember correctly, no, the layout is nowhere near the same as it was in Ultima 5, so never mind. Oops. There we go. Take the skiff back. Alright, so we come here. The first thing we need to do is find the mayor. Well, that's this douche face right here, and yeah, the mayor of Skara Brae. He's a dick. He even looks like a dick. I mean, look at him. His name is Trenton Bell. Alright. Yes, he asked, reaching over and removing something invisible from your shoulders. Like, dude, seriously? I'll stab you in the face. What's your name, sir? He sniffs the air as if smelling something bad. It's like, okay, you know what? I kind of want to go back and pick up that halberd. Anyways, Trenton Bell, the mayor. You may call me your honor. You know what, Trenton? That's nice. I would appreciate if you would use my title, your honor. That's nice, Trenton. What's the mantra? Well, surely thou canst read, yes? Okay. Oops. I can read, but I can't type. Yes, reading books is good for your spiritual side. How about the rune? Tell me about the rune. Quentin, not I, was in charge of its safekeeping. Quentin is, again, unfinished content. Just as I suspected, when he died, so too did our chances of finding the rune. You see, he never told anyone where it was located. Tell me about Quentin, dude. We were not friends. Not good friends, that is. He resented my position. More likely, you're just a twat. Sorry, but yeah. Yes, well, as mayor, I am the shepherd of the spiritual people of this hamlet. Yeah, I'm done talking to you because you're a douche. Alright, so let's go talk to the unfinished content. This is the unfinished content of this Quentin. There was a murder in this town, and you cannot solve it. You might be able to make some educated guesses and figure out who did it, but you will not be able to confirm who did it. It's kind of mentioned just kind of as a side note in Ultima 7 as a gimme. Oh yeah, by the way, remember that murder mystery that you couldn't do? Yeah, well, it was this guy. Great, that's 200 years in the past, but thanks for letting me know. So yeah, this is Quentin. He was recently killed, and they believe that the gargoyles did it. But some of them have questions about that, because why would the gargoyles, who have, you know, what's the word, confine themselves to these shrines, go so far inland to this tiny little hamlet, sneak all the way in just to kill one dude and leave? That's kind of a good question, actually. Why would they do that? And why would no one be able to get a good look at them? I mean, you've seen the gargoyles. They're pretty substantial, so yeah, it's interesting. But again, you can't solve it. This is Quentin. There is a spell in the game that you would assume would allow you to talk to him. It's called Seance. It allows you to speak to the dead. It doesn't work. Seance doesn't do anything, so yeah. It works in Ultima 7, though, and you can speak to the dead with it in Ultima 7, so you can find out what happened. And he'll tell you, he'll be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Basically, he borrowed money from a money lender who was not known for his patience, and when he couldn't pay it back, it's a typical story, you know, loved one sick, need to borrow money to buy medicine, can't pay it back, die. The end. There you go. That's what happened. He's also one of the examples of what the hell were you thinking origin. His wife was apparently kidnapped, raped, tortured, and murdered by some followers of Mondain. Mondain's been dead for hundreds of years, and so has his cult. So, apparently he's hundreds of years old. Doesn't really look it. Well, I mean, I guess he kind of does now, but you talk to these other people, and they, you know, again, it's implied that this just happened like a few years ago. No, it didn't. It couldn't have happened a few years ago. That would be like if I told you I fought in the Revolutionary War. No, obviously, no, I didn't. But, well, you know, I did play Assassin's Creed 3, so I guess I kind of fought in the Revolutionary War. Got shot at a lot, had to stab a lot of people. Yeah, true story. Anyways, so yeah, you can't talk to him. You can try, and he'll like whip the stuff up. In fact, here, let's see. Usually this is what will happen. You hear no answer save the rustle of the leaves on the ground around you. Now, if I were to say gargoyle, or garg, a whirlpool of leaves, twigs, and stones whips up around you. Your clothing is yanked by the strong wind, forcing you to grip it tightly in your hands. But that's, I mean, okay, that's really it. Can't go anywhere with it. But if you pay attention to how it responds to things that you type in, you can find things out. Like there's a cheat code in this game. I was never a big Monty Python fan, so I actually stumbled upon it, but I didn't fully stumble upon it, but I did notice something interesting. If I go to YOLO here, is this YOLO? No, it's Gweno. Go away, Gweno. If I go to YOLO here, yeah, YOLO. Alright, let's say to him, Pepsi. Now, if you say Pepsi to him, he'll just be like, boom, ask me about that. Now, okay, you see how it's, you say Pepsi, space, ask me about that, space. You say, now, if I say to him spam, ask me about that, no space, you say. I stumbled upon that. That's actually part of the cheat code. You go spam, 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 humbug, which apparently is from Monty Python, which I didn't have any clue. I just noticed that I can't even remember why I said spam to him. I was just randomly typing shit, I think. And yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I had a feeling there was something there, but I played with it some more, but I didn't stumble upon the magic words. I did not hold aloft my magic sword and say, by the power of Grayskull, which, yeah, makes you wonder. I mean, seriously, what would just possess you to just hold aloft your magic sword and just say something so strangely specific? By the power of Grayskull, I have the power, and then power, you turn into He-Man. What the hell? What were you thinking, dude? Come on, Prince Adam. Okay, so anyways, he asked us if we can read. Well, that's actually, well, here's a book. Let's read it. That's not the read button. That's the cake button. There we go. Look. The Book of Spirituality. In your travels through life, remember that spirituality embodies the sum of all virtues. Chant the mantra Om as you meditate on spirituality, and all will become clear to you. Well, that was straightforward. All right. Now remember, he didn't tell anyone where he left the rune. So, well, this is his buddy Yorl. I believe his name was Yorl. Yorl, is that you? Coral? No, it's Yorl. Okay, it's Yorl. You see a huge, imposing man adorned in a leather apron. Ah! He rumbles up to you with a large, bloody hook. He's a fisherman. But he fishes with nets, because real fishermen fishes with nets, not with poles. He tells you that if you talk to him about it. Okay, so how about the rune? Do you know about the rune? That doesn't concern me. Ask another. Oh, that's interesting. You think that the town would be concerned about losing their symbol of virtue. Ask him about Quentin, and he gets all teary-eyed because they were mates. Yeah. Now he's all sad. Alright, how about Marnie? Can you tell me about Marnie? She's the loveliest thing ever seen in these parts. I'm her father now, and if any man should want her hand, he'd better be able to take me square. So in other words, if I want to marry her, you don't care what she feels, I just have to be able to knock you on your ass. Well, all I gotta do is just telekinesis that anchor right there and just smack you upside the head with it. Did you ever think about that, sir? Tactics, sir, tactics. Anyways, yeah. Speaking of Marnie, that's Quentin's daughter. That's her right there. Hello, Marnie. See, she's the loveliest thing seen in these here parts. She's tall, delicate-looking female, and her smile puts you at ease. Alright, you can tell me about Quentin. My father, he was a brave man and very strong. That he died in such a violent way was so wrong. But I'm sure there is a reason for it. Well, yeah, he borrowed money from someone he probably shouldn't have. I can't remember if it was for her medicine or for his wife's medicine. I think it was for her. Pretty sure it was for her. But anyways, ask about the rune, and I'm sorry for our town. You see, my father was a caretaker of the rune stone. After he died, we have no way of finding out where he put it. Now, this is actually kind of silly. This is one of these actually this fits in perfectly with To Speak as a Dragon. It's like, guys, you could have done a better job of giving us some pointers. I'm going to show you how to find the rune. Oops, gotta open the chest. Or use the chest, I'm sorry. Okay. Searching here, you find a book, the Rune of Spirituality, and a basket. Move the basket. Oh, look, it's the rune. I'll be borrowing this. Thanks, guys. It's been fun talking to you. Like I said, you can try to figure out what's going on with the murder. You can talk to the people inside the inn here. They are semi-witnesses, but yeah. It was dark, and they just saw a large shape running away. Okay, that's very helpful. Okay, now we're going to go overland because we've been using that Orb of the Moon like a punk. So we're going to actually walk. This is what Britannia's like, if you choose to walk. Uh-oh. Mongbats. Okay, I'm having flashbacks from U5 here. I fucking hate Mongbats. Here they are, slaughtering some NPCs, Swashbuckler, and a fighter. The fighter's already dead, Swashbuckler's getting his ass whooped. The Swashbucklers are hostile, and so is the fighter. If you run into NPCs out in the wild like this, they're like bandits. They will attack you. And there may be mages, and they will cast spells at you, and they can be annoying. But, you know what? There are mongbats here, so we're going to kill everything, because fuck mongbats. Alright. You little bat monkey bastards. I've had enough of your bullshit. These things were the terrors of Ultima 5. These things single-handedly made the underworld a nightmare. Someone please kill that Mongbat. It's starting to annoy me. And you can see Gweno and Yolo doing nothing. It's one of the limitations of the engine. They're too far from the action, so they aren't really aware of the fight, so they don't really know what to do. That's okay, I got a boomerang here, and I'm just going to keep hucking at this guy until it stops moving. I don't care about virtue at this point. This is revenge. Aha, Mombat killed. Where did everyone go? I can't reach you. Oh, yeah, I can. But I missed anyways. Critical. Yeah. Not so tough when there aren't 50 of you. Oh, Mombat killed done. Looking at the Mongbats, you will find throwing daggers up the wazoo. And they sometimes have coins. But you know what? We don't care about that crap, so let's get out of here. Wait. Where'd that fighter go? There he is. A sword. I'll take the sword. I don't really care about the ground. I'll take the crossbow too. Why not? Not the bolts, though. I don't need the bolts. I will take the chainmail, just because. You can sell it. And I'm nothing if not a money grabber. How am I doing on the hit points? Ooh, Dupre, you got tore up by the monkeys. The bat monkeys, they don't mess around. Anyways, the reason we're going this way is because I wanted to show you the killer. It's this asshole by the house with the cats. I believe his name was Michael. You don't find out in 6, you find out in 7 when they tell you who did it, but yeah, it's this jerk. With muscles looking like huge snakes, blah blah blah. You ask him his name, he asks if you're taking a census. Ask him his job, he won't answer you, and you think it wise not to ask again, blah blah. It's like, dude, I'm the effing Avatar. I could probably pick this guy up with one finger and hurl him into the abyss from here. Because I'm a badass. I mean, come on. The gargoyles made a concerted effort to take me away from Earth and take me out before I could stop them. That tells you how dangerous I am. Anyways, yeah, he's the killer. If you ask him about Quentin, he'll say something odd. He was not fortunate. It is written that it is better to be fortunate than skilled. I'm sure he would agree. It's like, yeah, he's the killer. But again, you can't prove it. He lives pretty well for a fighter doing nothing. He's got a nice little furnished house and everything. But anyways, what does that? Was it, oh, did the cat attack him? Because if the cat attacked him, that'd be funny. Even cats don't like him. Alright, so we need to fix the shrine. Oh, I forgot to put my spells in my... Where's my spell book? There it is. You have to put the spells in the spell book. Now that we have unlocked magic, we can actually go visit Nicodemus and get some of his spells. Remind me to go look up a list to figure out which spells are better to buy from him and anyone else. Because, you know, they do differ. They have their own prices and whatnot. Main thing you got to worry about, though, are the reagents. So let's put those in my little bag, because that's where I put them, is in my little bag. That way they're out of the way. Unlike Ultima 5, I don't actually have to mix each spell up individually, which is a good thing. There it is. Alright, so we are going to the Shrine of Spirituality, which, as I recall, was... Wait. That one? I think it was that one. Let's try it. Behold, the Shrine of Spirituality. Alright, so real quick, let's just free the shrine. Liberate the shrine that could not have been captured, but somehow was, but wasn't at the same time. It's kind of, again, what the hell were they thinking? Use the rune. Speak the mantra. Blast the force field with the power of virtuous intent or something. I don't know. Grab that. Okay, I put this in the bag too. I put my moonstones in there too. They are important, by the way. You need them, but not yet. So I'm just keeping them with me, you know? Keeping them in a safe place. Alright, since we're here, why don't we just quickly talk to this shrine? Yeah, I'll meditate. And sure, I'll do it, actually. Om. Alright, throughout this varied and eternal world, soul is the only element. The wealth of the spirit is the only true wealth. Alright. Alright, so that's what it says about spirituality. That's little words of wisdom there. I've always liked Ultima's words of wisdom. They're kind of nice. Remind me to hit up the other shrines again and show you all of them. Now we're going to go back to British, because British, you need to heal me. You are my personal physician, sir. And then next time we're going to make a concerted effort to go get more spells. Uh-oh. He must be mowing down because this door is closed. And in the original release, I don't know if Nuvi fixed this bug or not, but sometimes taking food from the kitchen is considered a crime, even though you're supposed to be able to freely take anything you want from the castle, and they will attack you, including British. And you saw what happens when British gets mad. He's cranky. Heal. Oh, speaking of, let's ask him about book. I collect rare books. There's one in particular I've been hunting for many years. It's called The Wizard of Oz. Ever heard of it? Yeah? Alright, if you find it, bring it to me. Okay. If you went to the the village of Paws and talked to Dr. Cat, there was something you could say to him that would spark mention of British looking for that book. He's also looking for a book. In fact, Dr. Cat, he has a little game called Nim. It's a simple game where there's like, I think, 10 stones, and you can take 1, 2, or 3, and the goal is to take the last stone. So on your turn, you can take 1, 2, or 3, and then his turn, he'll take 1, 2, or 3. The first time you play, he lets you go first, and you have a clear advantage at that point. Every other time, he goes first, and I have never seen him make a mistake. So it's like, So if you're gonna bet on that first game. Done talking to Bruce, so thanks. Wait, did I heal? Yeah, I did heal. I always heal first thing. Let's take a look at our experience real quick before we wrap this up. Still got a ways to go. He always has a ways to go, unfortunately. He charges right in, but the ranged people, they whoop his ass. And you know he's got a leg up because I gave him 2 boomerangs in the beginning. And of course he's always going to have a leg up. She's not doing so well. Well, then again, she did start at level 2, so she had a leg down, I suppose. So like I said, next time what we're going to do, well here, you know what, real quick, let's just go sell some crap and get it out of the way because we did spend some gold. No, Finn, get away from me. Finn, I hate him so much. Okay, I have a crossbow, so she's here. Gwyneth, buy my crossbow for 20 gold, if I remember correctly. Sell. No, not sec. Sell. Me. I will sell. Yes. 20 gold. Thank you. That's all. That's all. I just wanted to sell the crossbow. And then I can sell chainmail and a sword up here, but I don't believe... Yeah, he's not here. Well, we'll see about that. There you are, but he must have been on his lunch break. They do have schedules. They did an Ultimate 5 too. It was pretty neat. Alright, I'm here to sell. Me. Chainmail. 30 gold. Sure, I'll take it. And yeah, that too. Alright, what else do we have? He's got an halberd, which I need to get rid of. He's got 2 swords. Probably should get rid of those 2, honestly. She's got a sword. Oh! Oh, how could you do this to me, people? How could you do this to me? Let me do it again. We are conscientious. This is what we do. We return that rune. We're done with that rune, so we will return it to the town where it belongs. Why? Well, just because the mayor's a twat doesn't mean we have to be one. But I'm going to place it... Actually, you know what? It was left in your keeping, sir, and I will return it to your keeping. There you are. Hey, get back here. Have a rune of spirituality. There you go. Watch over it. Alright, so like I said, next time we're going to be heading up to some of the mage places, and we still have 2 shrines to save. Both of them are kind of a pain in the ass. A little more to do than just walk up to one person and say, yo, where's the rune? So we got to do some stuff, but we're going to need some magic to do it as well. So yeah, we're getting into the more burly stuff, and we got some side quests that we should probably look into as well. So real quick, let's just take stock of my magical supplies here. I've only got 14 mandrake root. I need to do something about that. But I see, I told you I picked up some spider silk. There's a little cave with spider silk in it, lots of it. But spiders too, and they can be annoying because they spit webs at you, and webs are kind of like getting hit with a paralysis spell. So, catch you next time, and take care. Laters.